To Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up. The mic. 57, the mic. I got it. Drill green. 57. Mike, 57. Time to go, 99. 57.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
You don't know no better. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Wait. 54. You remember me? You remember me?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's George. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Out. Switch.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Second and 5. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. They go back to the ground with Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Down. 62 blue. Target. 57. 57 the mic. Exit. Show it up. Trouble 38. Ready.
They'll go with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
3 buzz. 7's the mic. Watch 57. Rip right.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
A give running right. It's Hubbard. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. Oh, some strong running. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a big play there on 4th down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the C's opened up for him.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15.
Hubbard. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, his 11th touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Chris Nagar now for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
No. 52 blaster. Lex 57's left.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check. Slam.
Slice, 97.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's what I do.
Hey, man.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. 57's the mic. 57.
The old blue.
Hey, watch the slam.
Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's George. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
And now here's a carry heading left. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch safety 3. Safety 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Let's go. Red 38.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long.
Slice blue.
57 for Mike. 57.
Hey, blue.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Back to throw here. Caught on the slant, and it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2.
54. I'm here all day.
Hey, green.
All day. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
6, 7.
You.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw.
54 Mike.
Escaping the pressure right. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they will have a much better study and a much better case of what we're going to do.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike 14. Mike 14.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 54 yards on the ground for him so far. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 14.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Shotgun now for Lance. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I got 15.
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike back. Mike 15.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Watch the pass. Mike 14. Mike 14.
To throw, it's Lance. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Nagar now for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Blue down, blue. Mike 5 more, Mike 5 more. Mike 5 more. Check tight. Check tight.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 57's the mic. Watch 57. All day, all day, all day.
Green Jacks.
57's the mic.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's George. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
Easy work.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Set, go. Set, go.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Chuba Hubbard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their nest drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. They can't hang with us. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. 54.
Go.
54. I got you, boy. I got you.
Zoom.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second and 10.
Mike's by 4. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our round.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Go red.
Let's get this. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Drill green.
57. Mike, 57. Yo.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's George. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ready. Black. 95. Ultra. Go ultra.
Joker.
Spike. White.
Check. Hey, check. 57.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
On play action, they'll throw.
Let's go.
Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
57's Mike. I got him.
10 seconds.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's brought down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Let him know, let him know.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
I'm coming. 54's Mike, 54's Mike.
They'll try and throw for it. That's caught. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Looking downfield for Godwin. It got his man. Complete. 20.
Oh, yeah, that's how we do it.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Yeah.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing That'll lead you into bigger errors.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty.
You can't block me.
They'll look to throw here. Completes it to Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Mike 57, Mike 57.
Red, yellow.
57's the Mike, Rock 57. Defense wins championships, baby.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4.
60 red. Side blue.
57, Mike 57.
Go pink.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time.
That's
what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight end.
Here's Lance.
Check.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
It's just
38.
It's just me and you. 14's the mic. 14's.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
57's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, check. 57. That's right, baby. They don't want it. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Oh, get him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's George. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
10 black. I'm coming after you. Check 52. showed up. 57. Mike, 57.
Smash, red.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Hey, Jay, hey, blue.
Mike, 57. All day, just like
Green jacks.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Striker, striker.
57.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Steal, flag.
Mike's by 4. Coming to you, coming to you. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Come off the ball hard.
Drill green. Ready to throw.
Back to throw here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
James now to return it. A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
109 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I got him. Mike 14, Mike 14.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Mike 14. Mike 14. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Watch the screen. 14.
Working from the gun. Lance.
He's not going to get me.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Nagar's kick is good.
And that will bump the lead up to 11.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Second and 2. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down.
Hey, green. Black ultra.
Here's second and 8. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Nice 57. 57's right. Man out, man out, man out.
Go. Blaster, 6.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Don't get nervous.
Drill, 52.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
On the ball, set. Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Touchdown, Packers! Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the 49er hands team does its job. first down. It's Hubbard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
Mike 14. Record.
Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'm here all day. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
You don't want it. Mike 54.
6 seconds.
Ricky.
42 needle.
Check the backer.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
It's just me and you. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Claws red.
Bring it. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Down to lose one. Slam.
10 cycle.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check mega. Slide 60.
Watch twist.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2nd and 2.
54. Check back.
Again, it's Jones.
Showtime,
Not a
baby.
whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Ready, right.
Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, pick it up.
Blue strike.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike.
Hey, ball steal.
54. Come on, D.
Set, go.
Back to throw.
Coming, double up.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Green Jack.
Three down. Watch number 5.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
On the give, this is Hubbard. Hubbard has the first down and then some.
Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
Set, ready. Black, 95.
Man, I got you.
One final try now for Lance.
He's going to let it fly.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.